this biggest reward ever. It's going to help you not only to move beyond current challenges, my gorgeous Aries, but it's also going to show you exactly what you should be focusing on, especially when it comes to the 11th, 12th and the 13th of November 2023. These are the days, these are the dates I need you to be aware of, I need you to pay attention to, because this is exactly when this is going to happen. Not only on one hand, one stage of your spiritual journey is coming to an end, another stage it's about to begin, and it's going to show you the way. Especially by the 14th of November, you will already know the way, because you are going to have a clear direction which is going to be provided to you, which is going to be, my gorgeous Erin, is almost impossible to ignore. This is to do with like challenges, you know, that have been affecting you to live your life happily. These were challenges that were bringing so much anxiety and stress into your life for way too long. So now you're getting your confidence back. Now you're getting your self-esteem back. Now you're getting your courage back to do something you wanted to do for such a long time. And it doesn't matter where you are at your spiritual journey. It doesn't matter if you are 20 or 40 or 80 or 90 years old. It really doesn't matter whatsoever. It is to do with you finding yourself on an absolutely mind-blowing path at the time of your life when you least expected, which is not only going to provide you with a clear direction, what you should do. I mean, the way you're gonna feel, it's gonna be impossible to ignore, trust me. But it's at the same time going to make you aware of that you will be able to do something that, you know, for such a long time you wanted to do. This in itself, I can only explain like you basically getting the most out of your life, my gorgeous Erini, indeed. And the fact that your number is 333, it's like absolutely mind-blowing, because it means that you are reaching the spiritual climax, like literally. It means that, you know, you are really going to surprise yourself completely, but not only when it comes to like some kind of like a huge achievement you are going to have, but most importantly, like when it comes to some kind of plans, you know, that you felt like really passionate about for so long, and now by the 27th of November they are gonna completely change. And this is not a bad thing. This is brilliant. It means that you went through something very difficult, very dark lately, which just kind of slowed you down, and now you're growing, you're changing, and you're evolving. So it means that you are going to find yourself, you know, having a really beautiful and adventurous experience. And this beautiful and adventurous experience which you are going to have, this is really going to take place at around the 4th of November, right at the beginning of this month, at around the 4th of November. But most importantly, it's really going to bring that much needed clarity into your life. Clarity that some kind of transformation is going to be imminent. Clarity which is going to open your eyes, but at the same time it's going to be the biggest awakening moment of your entire life, my gorgeous Erini, indeed. So this is why this is going to be so important. Number 333 also means that the divine intervention is going to occur. And when this divine intervention occurs, it's precisely going to happen on the 16th of November. On the 16th of November, you're going to have a really bizarre and strange and unusual experience. And that bizarre, strange and unusual experience, you know, the only way I can describe this is like something really mysterious and really strange is going to take place. And that in itself is really going to highlight something that you're different to other people. And this is something that you need to pay attention to, because it is like the gift, you know, that you are going to have highlighted, but it's something that you're gifted about and that you shouldn't be ignoring. You should be taking this on to the next level, because it is the power part of your destination. Okay, so this is why this is going to be so important indeed. When it comes to the actual nutrition and health, my gorgeous Erini, you need something which is going to help you so much when it comes to your digestion. When it comes to your digestion, it's going to be very sensitive, but at the same time, you're going to need something in order to get you going when it comes to immune system. So a couple of things, double whammy here. If you get something like a golden seal tincture, like so important, like oh my goodness, golden seal tincture, it's ever so important when it comes to boosting your immune system, but also when it comes to your digestion as well. This golden seal tincture I'm talking about, this is a natural supplement, of course. If you get this, if you decide to go for this, then you really need to understand that that has to be without any chemicals and it needs to be pure. Very important indeed. And this is really going to help you to both to boost your immune system, but it's also going to help you a lot when it comes to your digestion in general. And you will see very, very soon after you start taking it exactly what I meant. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. So now, my gorgeous Erini, I'm going to start with the very first date in November. Now, the very first date is going to be the very 1st of November. I like this so much. And this is going to mean to you greatly. You're going to hear that karma catched up with some kind of a little snake here. Karma catched up with some kind of a little bastard here. Somebody who's not good, somebody who's not nice, somebody who's very dark and negative, and somebody who's doing bad things to people anyway. Somebody who's like a lying, and somebody who's like a cheating people. Somebody's like no good person whatsoever. I can't even like, stay away baby, stay away. No, it's just somebody who's not a good person. So you're gonna feel very pleased about this because that person has done something to you in your past, and that's why you're gonna feel so delighted that the karma catched up with someone. I'm not saying that you're gonna sit there and just wait for something bad to happen to somebody who has done something bad to you. No baby, no. This is gonna come to you out of the blue, and it's not about you becoming aware of this, but you're gonna realize that karma does kind of catch up with people. Sometimes it takes a very long time, but it does catch up, and when it catches up with people, then it's normally like kind of final. Do you know what I mean? Like if people are like kind of have been so bad and persistently keep on doing bad things to people that have been affecting so many people for such a long time, and it's not about that necessarily. Okay, so you'll hear about some little snake and karma catching up with that little snake, but at the same time it's more about your clear sign and indication that at around that time there is an advice that you are going to get, there is an advice that you are going to hear, there is an advice that you are going to become aware of. This advice that you are going to become aware of is something that I think it's more important, because this karma thing, it's only going to prove your point that you were right all along about something really specific, and that's great because it's going to show you how clever you are. But it's more about the advice that you are going to hear at around the same time. The advice that you are going to hear, it's going to provide you with the specific information, and once you become aware of this specific information, you will really want to move on with your life, and you're going to like this. You're going to like this because you're going to find yourself almost like as you know, at the beginning of some kind of like adventure, because at that moment in time you're going to become so happy and so excited about moving on. And you will know what do I mean about moving on, because most certainly and most important, on one hand it's like an adventure, but then on another hand you are moving towards something that you've been destined for, and you're moving at the same time towards calmer waters as well. This is why this is going to be so important, my gorgeous Erini, indeed. The second important date is going to be on the 5th of November. On the 5th of November, it's like someone is really going to need your help. Somebody who is very close to you, you is going to reach forward, and that person is losing themselves. Someone is going through something ridiculously hard, ridiculously difficult, and maybe it's like some kind of a breakup, or somebody has lost something, but that particular something valuable to them, and that particular person is very close to you as well. And this is someone who I'm talking about, who is going to reach forward, and you will know that something is wrong with this person. And please, you need to say something that's on your mind. You need to be very sharp, you need to be very abrupt, you need to put your foot down, you need to take a leadership role. Don't hold back. There is something that you will want to say to that person, but you are going to be scared, and you're going to be paranoid that you're going to offend this person. Do not be worried about it, because sometimes this is exactly what people need, to be offended a little bit. This offendedness is going to break the little bubble, and once the bubble is broken, there is all sorts of feelings and emotions are going to slap that person right in the face. And this is what some people need in order to wake up. Something little bit abrupt is going to happen to that person, but nothing bad, nothing negative. So it's going to help them to reconnect with themselves. So do not hold back. You need to say what is on your mind exactly. This in itself is going to be like brilliant for you, because this is somebody who you really know really well. But at the same time, throughout that process, there is something really interesting that you are going to discover about yourself as well, which is going to happen at around the 25th and 26th, the 26th of November 2023. So this is also having something really interesting for you as well to unpack. What else I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Erini, would be this absolutely gorgeous, where is it? Sorry, this is my larvae kit. Absolutely gorgeous larvae kit. Look how stunning this is. Look at that little shine. Look at this. So when it's in the sun or in the light, it just creates this wonderful shine here. Very beautiful, very powerful when it comes to being calming, stabilizing. It's got a calming and stabilizing effect on the mind and emotion. It reduces stress, anxiety, and most importantly, it reduces negative thought pattern. This is so important, to reduce a negative thought pattern, to destroy and break a negative thought pattern. Okay, this is so important to break as soon as we possibly can. So larvae kit is something I highly recommend you to wear for the next few months, and the link to buy this is in this. The link to buy this is going to be here in the corner. You can click like in the corner, and you will see it's going to expand. Okay. The next important date, my gorgeous Erini, is going to be on the 6th of November. On the 6th of November, you know, there is this really nice, beautiful and powerful and very strong person. Somebody very capable, somebody really powerful, somebody very strong, somebody very grounded, somebody who is absolutely does not care about what other people think about this person, somebody who comes across being very professional, very passionate, very kind of off-putting, but then just to the people who that person doesn't like, who he doesn't like, he come across as like this. Okay, so you know, if that person has got a strong opinion, a negative opinion about someone, these people are gonna know this and feel this without this person going near them. This is how strong energy they have. But this person really like this person is like really someone who is like a very kind of much so a prominent person in your life, who you kind of look up to every now and then. So this particular person is really going to inspire you. This particular person is going to play an important role, because somehow through that person you're going to get an idea. You're going to get an idea, and that particular idea that you're going to get is going to be so important, because at the same time it's going to show you exactly, like, it's to do with something really bad and negative that happened to you within the last 16 months, or like about 16 months ago. You had a really bad and dark and a very negative experience that literally threw you out of balance. This negative experience happened as a sudden change, without alternative whatsoever. This brought like a certain crisis and trauma, you know, into your life, and that in itself like brought like a collapse of the certain plans as well. So this is why this is something that actually affected you the last 16 months and created a certain path the last 16 months that you have found yourself at. But there is something really specific specific that now it's time to go. Now it's time to move on. Now it's time to walk away from it. Okay, this is so important. And this particular man here is going to play a huge role because of that man, you're going to be reminded of this. Not only reminded of this, but also you're going to have an idea how you can walk away from this, because the sooner you walk away from this, the sooner you're going to walk away towards you're on one hand walking away from this. And how you're walking away from this? Because you're doing something now that you need to stop doing. Okay, you need to stop doing something. You need to walk away from something because you don't need to do this no longer. Because the sooner you kind of realize what this is, the sooner you're gonna start going towards walking towards the bigger change here, and you will know exactly what am I talking about here, because it's all about focus and all about understanding and all about knowing exactly that, you know, it is something that you're gonna need to put so much effort in here as well, because you will know on one hand what to walk away from, but then again on another hand that idea that you're gonna get from that man, it's not only about the idea how to walk away from that problem, but it's also about like what new you should start, you know, what direction, what path you should like kind of start. It's not only about idea like how to walk away from something and it's time to walk away from something that no longer serve you, but it's also an idea on which path exactly what do you exactly need to do. And something, it's like you instantly gonna realize, oh my god, this is gonna be like a hard work, you know, because this is in itself really hard work in person. So this is not really going to put you down, this is not going to put you off. First of all, you're going to realize it's something to do with the hard work, but then again at the same time you must not allow, my gorgeous Erini, for this to put you off whatsoever, like, oh my god. Okay, the next important date, my gorgeous Erini, is going to be on the 11th of November. On the 11th of November, my gorgeous Erini, you know, it is like basically now this is the time when this is about your own spiritual awakening. Please do pay attention to how you're gonna feel when it comes to your own spirituality. You know, there is something that you're gonna feel like you want to try for the first time ever, but this is to do with like spiritual things. Maybe visiting a certain spiritual area, maybe visiting a certain spiritual group, maybe kind of like revisiting certain spiritual people who think like you. Maybe you are gonna just suddenly gonna feel how you want to do something that you haven't done in absolute ages in terms of your own spirituality, but something new is going to come to you. And from the moment you wake up on the 11th of November, you are gonna feel different. You are gonna feel so different. It's all gonna start to you straight away as soon as you wake up in the morning. The divine intervention is about to occur the moment in time you wake up in the morning, my gorgeous Erini, on the 11th of November, in such a way where on your mind you are going to have something. There is something going to be on your mind that you want to do, you want to try, you want to go for, but this is to do with your own spirituality. I cannot explain how important this is going to be. You need to understand it. You need to know that way you are being guided. You are being guided towards something really specific, because one step after another is somehow really going to bring a very special and specific people into your life, okay? And I know it sounds crazy right now, but all you need to do is on the 11th of November, once you have this idea in terms of spirituality, all you need to do is start doing this. Even if this doesn't connect you, reconnect you with people, even if you feel like, oh, I just want to smudge your home, and you're at home, you're by yourself, you're smudging your home, this is still going to put you on the path where you are going to start reconnecting with a very, very special people who are destined to be on your path, who are part of your destiny. The reason why this didn't happen before, because it wasn't meant to happen before, because you were like, you had so much on your mind, you had so many problems and difficulties to deal with. So now is the 11th month of the November, you are coming out of yourself, you're coming out of your comfort zone. So that's why you will be able to see things in a completely different light, and most importantly, you will be able to respond to them then and there. See where this is going to take you, my gorgeous Erini. It's going to be absolutely mind-blowing in indeed. The next important date is going to be on the 14th of November. On the 14th of November, my gorgeous Erini, you know, it is going to be like really a very, very beautiful conversation in between you and somebody else. And I really like this. You're going to be talking to somebody who knows you so well. You know this person, you really get on really nicely. Very kind of normal conversation, but then it's going to in turn to become a really, really intense. Not a bad, not horrible, but you're going to be speaking about something that you're so passionate about, something that you're so passionate about. And that person is going to say to you, why are you not doing it? Why are you not doing it then? Why are you waiting for? And yet again, those beautiful people in our lives are going to act as a beautiful, gorgeous light in the darkest tunnel ever, you know. So this is what we sometimes need. I'm not saying that you need someone to tell you what to do, but when it's someone who understands you, who sometimes understands you more than you understand yourself, you know, when they tell you that you should do something, when they confirm something to you, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. You love this because you also know that this person, it's also like kind of like highly intuitive as well, more intuitive than they give a credit themselves as well. But the bottom line is the connection in between you and that particular person, because this is someone who is in your life. So you're going to be speaking about this and about that, and then they're going to tell, like, you're going to be speaking about something so much, how much you want to do something, and they're going to tell you, do it. And you are going to take this seriously, and you're going to realize that there is a very important decision that you're actually going to make on this day, on the 14th of November. And this decision that you're gonna make, it's like, oh my god, this decision that you're gonna make, it's also at the same time like, you know, it's about you making a decision about something that you've been indecisive about for so long. Okay, this is where the problem is. You've been indecisive about this for so long. But then, and again, this decision, it's all about, on one hand, like you leaving something behind. By you understanding what exactly do you need to leave behind, at that moment in time, you're already overcoming like such a big difficulties, because you are moving something behind, but you're going towards something much better. 15th, 16th, and the 17th of November, something very interesting is going to happen. And after you make this decision, and what is going to happen is the way things are going to unfold, you're going to have a really beautiful achievement, fantastic achievement, which is also going to show you the way. It is going to show you which next steps you need to take. And especially when it comes to this big decision that you've made, everything is going to work so superbly for you here indeed, because once things is going to happen after another. So all what you need to do, my gorgeous Erin, is on the 14th of November just to make that important decision here. 15th, 16th, and the 17th of November, you're already going to have a great accomplishment and achievement with something else, something that is going to make you feel so proud of yourself. Bless your heart. You've been waiting for this for so long, but also at the same time, this is going to reveal the next steps that you need to take, especially after making this important decision here. Indeed, like, oh my goodness. What else I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Erini, would be this beautiful, stunning ruby zoysid. Ruby zoysid is brilliant and one of the most powerful things you can possibly get for meditation, praying, or anything like that, because it brings an insight to you and realizations that you wouldn't normally have. So it really helps you to reconnect with yourself on a spiritual level, and it brings happiness, appreciation, abundance, vitality, and growth into our lives. It brings healing and positive energy as well. This is something I highly recommend you, and this also comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is up there in the corner. Just click in the corner, I think it's going to show it. The next important date is going to be on the 21st of November. Now, on the 21st of November, this is brilliant because a very, very beautiful experience. I absolutely love this. Something is going to happen to you here. Seriously, something is going to happen on the 21st of November. You are going to have a gorgeous experience. And this beautiful experience, it's really, really going to surprise you. It's really going to surprise you. You will know what you want so much. You will know what what's missing in your life, but most importantly, this beautiful experience, really, really amazing experience. It's gonna, make you aware of exactly which changes do you need to make, because this is also more about powerful and quite unexpected revelations which you are going to have on this day, on the 21st of November. It's all about powerful and unexpected revelations here, and this is going to help you on one hand to break free, my gorgeous Aries, but also you're going to understand that you need to release old belief systems. This is a very deep and it's very complex, and you will see this is all going to be obvious to you. And not only that, by the time you get to the 23rd of November, you are already going to be facing a very, very interesting possibilities. Oh my God, just to have these possibilities in life, you cannot just have them just like that. You need to earn these type of possibilities, and this is your card. This is the part of the karmic rewards I'm talking about, my gorgeous Aries. And these possibilities are going to start opening all sorts of doors for you. So you just need to step back a little bit and see, which one is the most kind of calling you the most, which one do you feel the most connected to, and take it from there. And the last important date, my gorgeous Aries, it's going to be on the 30th of November. 30. On the 30th of November, my gorgeous Aries, there is somebody pretty much so who is very consistent in your life, somebody who is very bright, very enthusiastic, but this particular person who is very consistent in your life, I mean that in such a sense where you get lots of information from this person, lots of information, informations you get, certain informations, and it's consistent, this is a consistent person in your life who is bringing informations. Now, this particular person is going to really kind of make you aware of the actual, somehow the information that you're going to get from this person, it's going to make you aware of the fact that there are two paths that are going to be ahead of you. You're going to become aware of the fact that there are two paths, which are going to be ahead of you. These two paths are bringing you like pretty much so, this is the direct result of your progress. This is to do with your own expansion. This is to do with you understanding that you're going to need to make planning. This is also to do with something that you were wondering about within the last couple of months as well. So there are two paths which are going to become available to you that you have already been wondering about within the last couple of months as well. So number two is keep on repeating here, and number two is very significant, but number two also means that spiritually has already started. You already have planted the spiritual seed, so you have already given a birth to this creation. So this in itself means that these two paths that you're going to come across are the direct result of your own manifestation. This is absolutely brilliant, and it's also going to kind of lead both of these paths are going to be as significant for you to understand, to take on. And don't kind of be put off, because one of these two paths is gonna make you feel more excited than the other, but both of the paths are gonna be as significant. I hope that this is not too confusing. Both of these paths are gonna be as significant, and both of these paths are gonna be connected to something new. But one of these paths are gonna seem like, oh my God, you're gonna feel like, oh, you're just not gonna be able to kind of wait to kind of start this, But at the same time, both of these paths are gonna be as significant. It's as important for you to understand the importance of both of them. Although one is going to seem so much more overpowering, but both of them are pretty much so as connected as anything when it comes to you reaching one of the greatest destinations of your life. Indeed, one path is to do with your private personal life, and like a lifestyle, and another path is more to do with like a finances, financial situation, and that type of security as well. But both of them are indeed going to be just as important. So now, my gorgeous Erini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationships. Oh my goodness, there is something that you've been waiting for a very long time here. For those of you in relationships, there is something that you've been waiting for a long time. It is to do with something that you've decided to do. It's to do when it comes to your plan for the future, but it's also to do with like terrible waiting game. So you did what you could have done, you did what you needed to do, both of you, and then it was just time to wait. There is going to be a very important message which you're both going to have, and that important message is not only going to be a good news when it comes to something working out, something moving on, something becoming successful, but at the same time, this in itself is going to be a clear sign and clear indication that you are going to need to make a really important and rather quick decision. As soon as you become aware of this, you will become aware of that quick decision that you need to make. Do not wait whatsoever. Do not wait. You need to make this quick decision as soon as you possibly can. And those of you who are single and ready to, hello my darling, you know what? Somebody very interesting is going to kind of start walking into your life. Somebody very much so spiritual, but not spiritual, somebody who thinks like you, somebody who shares so much in terms of your own spirituality with you, for example. And I know that at the same time you are going to reconnect with yourself, and maybe you're going to reconnect with your spirituality, and you are going to find yourself like really drifting towards people who are sharing your values when it comes to your spirituality. And there is probably maybe going to be some kind of a new group that you're going to be part of. Oh, it's something new. You're going to go somewhere new. You're going to be somewhere new. And this could even be something to do with the business, or it could be even do something to do with like a plants or something. It could even be something to do with your hobby, not necessarily spirituality. But somehow you're going to find yourself being surrounded by the people who think like you. Okay, so it could be something spiritual, but it could be something completely different. But my point is that you're going to somehow find yourself being surrounded by 3 or 4 different people who think like you, and you're going to love it. And one of them is going to be very interesting. One of them is going to be someone who you're going to fancy like almost immediately. And that particular person is going to like you as well. But this is going to take just a little while. Only in December and January 2024, it's like when you two are gonna start like slowly but surely kind of going on the next level, you know, of your relationships, for example. But now it's the beginning, and it's worth to pay attention to who this is going to be. Okay, thank you so much, my gorgeous Erinis, to watch my videos. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.